What is going on, my friends? This is DT here, and I feel like with this video, you're going to learn so much when it comes to beware of the scam of the mindset. So your mind can operate in two different realms. It can operate in open and closed, but I don't want to give you too much because we're pretty great to hop into this video. So kick off the intro. How is everyone doing? Super excited and fired up to be here talking with each and every last one of you all. But y'all know how I like to start this thing out. Do one of three things for me right now. I need you to like, share, and comment because you never know who might needs to hear this. And the whole purpose of me coming to you each and every week is to become the river and not the reservoir. So this provides you all with value so you can go out there and provide value to others. Now, how I want to kick out this week is a little bit with mindset. So you must understand that you can have a scammed mindset. Now, what I mean by scam, I really want to break down the definition of scam so we all on the same page with it. Now, a scam is something that is dishonest and doesn't have any integrity or reality. Now, when you look at those things, something that's dishonest, majority of the things that we think about or we don't act on is dishonest to the person that we are, and we're really not moving with any type of integrity. So I don't want you to be a person who have a sneaky and dishonest plan that's meant to con yourself out of the future that you have for yourself. Now, I really want to just jump straight into this because I feel like it's going to be some vital information, especially when it comes to your mindset in 2023. So when you go into two modes, when your mind is closed. Now, a lot of people can view this as a fixed mindset. So when you have a fixed mindset, that means you closed out to all the possibilities and opportunities that come your way. Because number one, hopefully you can see this. Number one, we avoid challenges. You must understand that challenges are going to come in life regardless, whether you want them to or you don't want them to. But the worst thing that you can do is avoid the challenges at hand. You have to be able to look at these challenges as stepping stones to my future. Now, the more that you are willing to endure the challenges, the more that life will change for you. But if you start to run away from these things, you must understand that nothing's going to change. Just like, say, for instance, if you driving and it's a real bad storm and it's a challenge because you can't see what's in front of you barely, but if you stop, how can you ever get through the storm? You have to be able to keep going. So by you avoiding these things, it just stopped your progress this year. So where are you facing this year that you see as a challenge that you're trying to stray away from? Because I'm telling you, the things that you run away from, it cuts your growth and it limits your potential. So how much running and limiting are you going to do? Because the only limitations that you have in this life is the limitations that you put upon yourself. You have to stop running from things and start facing things. And the more that you start to face it, the more that you start to grow, because your challenges your challenges and your adversity or your obstacles that you go through, it only grows your mind muscle. Now you can endure more and think about more positive things because you done got through the negatives. Once you get through the negatives, now positive must prevail. And I'm telling you, anything that you're going through right now, you'd have been through it or you'd have been through worse. So my question is, why do we often stray away from the challenges of life instead of taking on the challenges in life? Don't ask why me, just say try me. Bring on more things to face. You should not fall into a position where you feel like you are being defeated by life just by the challenges that's coming up. Because any great success is going to come with some type of challenge and adversity. It's all up to you. Are you going to keep pushing forward or are you going to pull back? Because I'm telling you, if you look at anything that's formed in this world of beauty, substance, and value, it has to go through some type of pressure. Has to. A piece of coal has to go through pressure in order to become a diamond. Grapes have to go through pressure in order to become wine. And do you not know how precious you are with a mindset that you have, but you have to go through some type of pressure and heat. So just do not stray away from the challenges in life. Let's face the challenges in life. Then next point being, we compare ourselves to others when our mind is closed. Do you not understand how powerful it is? The more you compare yourself to somebody, the more you are taken away from your own value. You are valued as a one of one. You are uniquely made. I'm going to say that again. You are valued as a one of one. You are uniquely made. The more you see yourself as that, you won't even compare yourself to anyone else. Because as we all know, in this competition of life, you are competing with yourself. You're not competing with others. Now, you create with others, but you never compete with others. The more you compete with others, you are just taking away from your own success, because now, wherever you are right now, you're not showing any type of gratitude towards that because you think that you should be exactly where they are. And I'm telling you, you cannot judge your day 24 to somebody 365. You have to be able to go through some things in order for that success to come up. And if you're not willing to go through the things, how can you ever say, I feel like I should be there? And I say this generation, and in a generation, I say the worst thing they could have made was the microwave, because now everybody feels that they need some type of instant gratification. And the best things are formed over time. That's why when you put things in the oven, it tastes more better than it does when it goes in the microwave, because you have to go through a process. And the more you are willing to go through this process, the better you become, because it's always you versus you. Don't never look at anybody else and say, I feel like I'm supposed to be there. And I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and I said, when you was in school, your teacher always told you what? Keep your eyes on your own paper. So why are you looking at somebody else's paper for the answers and you have all the answers yourself? You just have to keep a focused mind, because whatever you focus on, it will grow. But if you focus on yourself a little bit more than others, now you're cutting out all that jealousy, that envy, that hate that you have for somebody else, because now you're seeing their journey and you comparing it to your journey. Everyone was uniquely made. Like I just told you, you are a one of one, but don't never find yourself comparing yourself to others, because your own potential or your own success is yours alone. It's not anyone else's. So number 3, we stay in our comfort zone if our mind is closed. I heard Tony Robbins say that your comfort zone is your dead zone. Nothing grows in your comfort zone. That's just like if you wake up in the morning and you have a cover snugged up on you, and you know that you have to get out and do something, because it's inevitable that you have to move throughout the day. But your comfort keeps you in the bed, but your discipline gets you out the bed. If you have discipline with yourself about what it is that you want, and you know what your desire about what it is that you want, now you get yourself moving more. But I'm telling you, nothing grows in your comfort zone. The more that you are willing to stay comfortable, the more life will get uncomfortable for you. I'm going to say that again. The more that you are willing to stay comfortable, the more life will get uncomfortable for you. You have to make some type of movement in life. And I'm telling you, the first step will always be hard. But once you take one step, it'll make it easier for the other foot to move. And then once you move both feet, guess what? you don't even want to go back to where you were because now you just made some type of forward moment or movement that you're not willing to backtrack. See, I'm telling you, once you take that first initiative step, you will keep moving. You will keep moving. It puts your mindset into a whole different realm because it's like, okay, I made the step. Now I'm going to keep stepping. But if you stay exactly where you are, and now you'll be stuck in stagnation. I want everybody to look at this and say to yourself, I would not stay in my comfort zone this year. I am going to make a creed with myself to get very uncomfortable so I can get some comfortable results. I ain't saying for you to be comfortable, but get some comfortable results. Now, what I mean by comfortable results is something that you know for sure was going to happen, and you know undoubtedly this is going to happen for me because I'm making some type of action towards it. The more action you make towards your goals or whatever the case might be, guess what? It boosts your confidence and it gives you more discipline. Like I just told you, those are the things that get you out of bed, discipline. So the more you do, the more disciplined you become. And the more disciplined you become, the more you step out your comfort zone. But you have to know exactly what it is that you want. So you have to be very clear with what it is that you want and move towards that this year. Now, on the flip side of it, when you look at it, on the flip side of it, when our mind is open, we embrace challenges. Now, we was just talking about you avoiding challenges, but when you embrace challenges and you face them head on, it is so much power in it. The more that you face, the more come about in your life. The more that you run away from, the more gets stripped away from your life. You have to be able to embrace the challenges of life because they're going to come anyway. So if you find yourself worrying and complaining about something, let's make some changes to basically go in and deal with what we can deal with and let go of the uncontrollable. You have to embrace more challenges in life because they are going to come. I'm telling you, I just told you, if it's anything that you want great, it's going to come with some type of adversity. It's going to be some type of tug of war going on, but what side of the rope are you going to be on? Because I look at everybody that's looking at this video right now as winners, but in order for you to become a winner, you have to be able to embrace the challenges of life. And I played sports for a while, and every game that we go into is going to be a challenge. Even when we think that it was a piece of cake, it's always a challenge on the board. Always. But you have to be able to overcome that challenge in order to get the result that you want. So what type of challenges are you facing this year that you need to be embracing instead of straying away from them? Because challenges are always going to pop up. It's just what you do in the midst of the challenge. And it all falls to your perspective. What type of perspective do you have when hard things come up? Because I'm telling you, it's easy to smile and keep going when things are going good. But what kind of perspective do you have when things are going bad? It's all about perspective. Anything that you go through in life is all about perspective. So what type of perspective do you have? Will you keep going forward? Or will you fast forward and go back? It's all up to you. Notice I said forward. There was just one movement. But fast forward, you pull right back so quickly. And then now you find yourself exactly where you was before. Or even worse than where you was before. Because you're running away from the thing that's at hand. That's just like I was in school. And when you walking home, you might see a loose dog walking around in the neighborhood. And it's two type of people. When they see this dog, they either run or they stand and look it in the face. Now notice, when you run, that dog automatically chase you. But when you stand, the dog don't pay no attention to you. So which one are you? And this year is the dog. Are you going to run or are you going to stand up to it? Because you must understand, whatever you stand up to, something comes from it. But whatever you run from, something leads from it. So you need to figure out what type of person that you are this year. I firmly believe that you're going to stand up and prevail and level yourself up this year. That's what I believe, but it's just up to you to make a decision about what it is that you want this year and stand up to it, but do not run away from it, because there's going to be a lot that come with it. And I know it's going to be some great success for you this year. But number 2 being, we see failure as an opportunity when your mind is open. Failure is going to come regardless whether you want it or not. It's just a part of success. If you're looking for any major portion of success, or you trying to achieve anything, failure is going to be a part of it. But just don't lay down in it. You got to learn something from failure. And I was talking to Ken, and he was telling me that we don't take losses, we take lessons. If you look at, I really want you to reshape your mind around failure. If you look at failure as a lesson instead of a loss, now you can grow more from the situation that you just went through and you grew through. But if you stray away from it, there is no growth in it. So I really want you to look at failure as an opportunity for you to gain more. And I think it was Thomas Edison. He had 10,000 tries at the light bulb. He said it wasn't I failed 10,000 times. He said I just found out 10,000 times that didn't work, and now it's going to better the next time. You got to look at it just like that. I'm going to fail so much in life, but it's not me failing. It's me seeing what doesn't work, and I'm going to turn it around and make it something better. How about that? It's just a shift in your perspective. Because like I told you, mindset is perspective, but what type of mindset do you have? What is your mindset on? Because whatever you focus on grows. I told you that. It's all up to you what you going to water. Because if we put it in the case of a garden, whatever you water is going to grow. So you just determine what are you going to water. And then last case being, the success of others inspire us. Now, we were just talking about the hate, the jealousy, the envy, but the success of others should inspire you. So when you see others, you should feel inspired. When you see their success, you should feel inspired by it. And if it's something that you're doing, or it's something straying into the field of what you want to do, or going in that direction of wherever it is that you want your future to be, you should start modeling it. When you model something, I ain't saying model it to the T, but when you model something, it creates this type of person that can handle the goal, because now you're growing yourself daily by what you're modeling. If it's somebody with any type of success that you want, you should be, I ain't gonna say researching, but you should be studying them on a day-to-day basis. Just like in public speaking, you should be studying people who are famous public speakers, authors. You should be studying people who are famous authors. Social media, we're in the world of digital entrepreneurship. So if it's a number one content creator, you should be studying a number one content creator so you can step your content up. It's not you comparing yourself, but it's just you notice greatness when you see greatness. So why not mold yourself after greatness and become greater? You should always be looking at something to inspire you. Don't be just twiddling your thumbs on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. You should be following pages, number one, that's going to inspire you, that's going to motivate you and move you and get you creative. Those should be the four things that you should be looking for when you're on social media. Because you're going to need some type of traction this year. So you need to be looking at some successful people and successful things that get your mind into the mode to start moving instead of staying exactly where you are. Now, I just broke down these two things: when your mind is closed and when your mind is open. Now it's all up to you to figure out which mindset do you have. Don't get caught up in scheming yourself out of the future that you should be having by the mindset that you obtain, with the mindset that you possess right now. Move more towards growing your mindset on a day-to-day basis. Because if you have garbage in, it's garbage out. If you take greatness in, it's greatness out. So now you need to choose which G do you want. Do you want garbage or do you want greatness? Because the mindset is a pivotal part to your success or your failure. And what you do with it is your choice. So now you just need to figure out whether your mind is closed or whether your mind is open. But hopefully you took some type of value from this video. And if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you doing? Subscribe now, so you never miss any type of value being dropped on a week-to-week basis. And it's DTSTURGHILL. And do me a favor. Once you subscribe and turn your notification bell on, share this video with somebody so they can share it with somebody and they can share it with somebody else. Because there's a lot of stuff being dropped in this video, and I just want to help each and every last one of you all get to a better mindset this year so you can have your year set exactly how you want it to go. But it all starts in y'all mind. But y'all have a good one. You're going to kick this week off right. All right.